language is this? Kirim Tatar. Can I use a controller ya? Is this a visual novel game? Let's start ya.
Once upon a time, there was a sun in the sky. Every morning it was embraced by the boundless blue. And
Second, want to restart the game because the sound was too small. So I want to restart the game. Should I increase the music ya? Let's start ya.
once upon a time, there was a sun in the sky. Every morning it was embraced by the boundless blue, and at nightfall it ventured into the fiery wastelands. The sun watched stars being born and fading away, and the grand landmass below constantly cracking and mending. It witnessed the first creatures stepping out of the water, trading their fins for webbed feet. Years, centuries, eons went by. The sun cherished every day still and brought joy to others. But the brighter your happiness shines, the darker the shadow grows behind your back. And darkness, as many know, harbors many horrors. Evil Tempest carried a bottomless void in her heart. It could never be filled with small glimpses of joy. Then, the Tempest decided to take happiness away from the people. She cursed the land by flooding their homes and turning their lush gardens into swamps. But this did not help her sorrow. The dark hole in her heart was still there. So, the Tempest decided to capture the sun. What else would be able to clear the true darkness, if not the brightest thing in the world? Tempest tore the clouds asunder, calling down lightnings and spouting curses. The sky was ablaze, almost falling apart, and the sun could hold it no more. It tumbled and fell down like a rock. Sparks were flying all over. The storm slowly put out the sun's wings of fire. The Tempest reached towards the sun, trying to catch it. Back in those days, people weren't as nimble, but their strong, frog-like feet let them jump really high. So, the eldest of the kind leaped into the sky and was the first to catch the sun. Tempest's greed depraved the sun of its grandeur, but the tiny husk the eldest human had saved still carried a tiny spark of life. "Shine on, our little sun!" people cried, and that spark rekindled into a flame. Thus, the new world was born, dark and cold, but hope was kept alive in the heart of one small town. Our town, Spargo.
That was a pretty long introduction, yeah, to the story. Let's continue. His eyes? I am a he? Window walls all over this tiny room made it look like it was floating in the air. It seemed that if you spread your arms, you could soar into the sky or at least feel your skin tingling. With sincere curiosity, the son looked at the windows and the scenery beyond. For the most part, only purple clouds and bright specks of stars could be seen there. For a moment, the sun's guts fluttered with excitement. Clouds, stars, is it home again in the skies above? On this important day, on the eve of sunrise, I am glad to welcome you here. I know the time has come, but could you please get back into the lantern? What do you mean? This time her voice sounded with a faint persistence. Into the lantern? It was plainly obvious the large sphere in the middle of the room was its centerpiece. Its bright light burned their eyes and fingertips tingled from its scorching heat. The lantern became his new home instead of the one destroyed by the tempest. Safe but way too small. On the eve of sunrise, so I'll soon be just fine without the lantern, right? Our elder will tell you about this later. In the meantime, could you... How long have I been asleep? Almost a lifetime. The woman looked young. Neither in the corners of her eyes nor between her eyebrows a single wrinkle could be found, so surely her lifetime wasn't that long. And yet the son got immensely bored anyway. She did not want to fall asleep so quickly, no matter how much the woman insisted. I want to see the world. How people live here. It is not possible. The lantern is still hot. Will it be okay for at least some time without me? There are 6 more turns left before dawn. My name is Sheena. Now there was only the lantern, no mountains or field, no river or sky, no home, nothing but the lantern. And although the sun is currently its smaller and weaker part, the lantern is, beyond any doubt, indivisible. By the sunrise, call me Lamplight. Lampy? But the sun took 3 tadpoles, struck Cinderona 3 times and she disappeared. Then the sun stayed with its wife in the underwater kingdom and lived happily ever after. Unlike the attic, this room did not have window walls and cold corner. These walls were so cozy, as if Lampy had already been here, or somewhere where the fairies and millet, where the bed was soft and the air smelled of fresh sawdust. Somehow, I don't know, this is probably too early as this is basically like 10 minutes into the gameplay, but this is pretty hard to follow along. Am I not able to understand everything correctly, yeah? Like, I understand and I can actually like read everything that is going on, but at the same time I don't really get what is going on, where the story goes. Am I not reading carefully? Like, the genre and theme of this game is probably like visual novel, science fiction, or just fiction, like lore and mythology, with the sun, and now the sun is symbolized by this boy. But at the same time, it's hard to follow along. Don't understand why. A short stick on the longer one? B? A T? Oh. Okay. Hmm? Now what do I do? I have explored everything. Okay. Another cutscene. Who is Shizar? Okay. A large reservoir framed with creeping plants revealed itself to Lampy. The air here smelled like mold and fish, stronger than anywhere else in town. Okay. Lampy came closer and saw a girl near the water. She frowned and stared at the floating duckweed. She seemed to be looking for answers to the same question that Lampy had. Is this a lake? I don't know. Should I play until this part only, yeah? I don't know, like I do play other visual novel-esque type of game, but this one is pretty hard to follow along. Hmm. how to lead the arrow. I'm going to save it here. There is a game that was featured on Ludonaracon. Let's see, what's the title, yeah? The art is pretty, the music is good. In this game, yeah, The Shine on My Little Son. And I actually got interested because I saw the game one something, but I forgot what hour. A few days ago, alongside Awita, The Journey of Hope, because it looks interesting, so I decided to, well, play the game too. But somehow it's so hard to follow along that I don't understand it. Did I not understand the game correctly? Yeah? Let's see, Ludonaracon 2023. What is the title? Yeah? There is a game that I also do not understand now how many times. It's pretty, the text is also easy to read, but at the same time, it's hard to follow along, that I'm not sure what I'm actually reading. Second, yeah, let's check, yeah. Gospia. I dropped the game basically after chapter 3. Let's see, yeah. Gospia. This one, season 1. This is pretty, really. It feels like I'm just watching an anime. Yeah, even though it's basically visual novel, but at the same time it's so hard to follow along, and the storyline just goes so many ways that I don't understand what's going on. And I drop it after episode 3. There are 5 episodes, and I don't think I can actually continue to chapter 4 and 5. I don't know. And this game felt the same, to be honest. It seems interesting, but at the same time, it's hard to follow along. Am I not reading that much of science fiction fantasy like this genre? Yeah? But anyhow, thank you.